Friedl wrestling at 205, a little bit above his fighting weight in college. Just a tad.
Evan Brown wrestled for the University of Dubuque and now training for the Cyclone Wrestling Club in Ames, Iowa. He was a two-time Division III finalist and an NCAA Division III champion, also a World Team Trials qualifier. Friedl currently the assistant wrestling coach at American University in Washington, D.C.
So this is our final bout of the quarterfinals. Brown has been working freestyle at the Cyclone Wrestling Club. Nice front headlock roll through for 3. Oh boy, and he's going to go at it again, get 2 more, or 3 more. So 6, and we're on our mat, 6-0 for Evan Brown. Training at the Cyclone Wrestling Club. And there, this is what you see. You see that some of the best parts of freestyle melded with what we love in folk style. Things like that score. They don't score any points in folk style, but they score here in Tour HCW, and they scored freestyle. So definitely a wrestler taking advantage of his freestyle training is Evan Brown, out to a 6-0 lead. Just a minute over the start point here in the match. A little boot scoot attempt, and Friedl's going to pounce. Drag the leg down. Does he have 1? No, 2, excuse me. They give it 2, that's right, because if you are behind your opponent and an elbow, a knee, or anything hits, that is considered control, so it's slightly different than freestyle where you have to have a third supporting point, and it's a little more liberal than folk style. So if I'm behind you with just one leg, and boom, I've taken you down to the mat, you're fighting off, and there's going to be a 1-point escape for Brown. It's going to be 7-2. That's one thing you got to worry about with a lead, or if you're trailing, if you're trying to play the takedown, let him up game. As Friedl in on the leg, gives 2 points for the takedown. I believe we just heard Jay Borschel's kid cry here. So who's got who? We got a scramble situation. 2 red for Brown on the counter. So 7-4 and now 2 because we had a scramble situation. And then a 2-point reversal, so it's now 9-4. And Evan Brown is a point away for being the first to 10.
Score is 9-4 for Evan Brown.
So that scramble situation, why did Brown get 2 even though he was on bottom? Well, if they're in a funk roll situation and you hold your opponent for at least a 2 count, they're going to give you points for that. If you're flopping around, they're not going to give you points. But if you hit a 2 count and you've put your opponent in a danger position, you're going to be rewarded for that, even if you are not considered in the dominant position. You can just imagine how many points Ben Askren might have given up under these rules. Or how many more points Ben Askren would have scored under these rules. Think about that for a second. So as we continue rolling on here, 9-4, about 3.5 minutes in. It's a 9-4 lead for Evan Brown, a Division III national champion for the University of Dubuque. At the 4-minute mark, Evan Brown in the red. Pete Friedl in the blue and the white.
Division III national champion, 2-time finalist for the University of Dubuque.
Now Friedl has to be very careful here because one more point that he gives up, the match is over. It's the first to 10. There's not going to be anything beyond 10 points. When 10 points is scored, that match is over. It's none of this win by 2. It's not like playing 21 in your driveway with the pumpkin. Friedl driving in. Brown circling. Very intimate setting here in the Hyatt Grand Ballroom. I've actually been in this building once before for the 2006 NWCA convention. I guess about 20 feet away from where they're wrestling was a coaching clinic. I believe Mark Cody did that clinic here this year, as him and Jamil Kelly, if I'm not mistaken. I remember Wesleyan coach Drew Black was it Drew Black or Chaz Siebert? I can't remember who was Jamil Kelly's whipping boy for that clinic. Coming up on the 6-minute mark. Still a 9-4 lead for Evan Brown.
Directly following this battle, we will begin our semifinals at 135 pounds.
It's a 9-4 lead. 6 minutes gone by. Again, no time limit. We're counting upwards. So we'll give you what happens is we'll say who's first to 10, the score, and the amount of time. And Sammy Julian, the official, orders Evan Brown to attack. And Brown really hasn't done much since getting that 9-4. I think he's kind of trying to wait for Friedl to bite, but Friedl knows one more point, and this match is over. He has to score 6 points and not give up any to win this bout. But Brown jumped out to a 6-0 lead on 2 nice front headlock roll-throughs. Coming up on the 7-minute mark. Brown trying to dig the underhook to the near side. That's the 3rd verbal warning from referee Sammy Julian. Now over 7 minutes have gone by. And we have a caution and 2, so now it's now 9-6. So that's going to have to force one of these guys to get going. There's 2 more points closer for Friedl. Now he gets a 3-pointer, and it's a whole new match. His snap, front headlock. Oh, he's going to snap. Brown is baiting him. Not the front headlock for Friedl. He's got to be careful. He knows that it's like he's trying to figure out what Brown's going to do. He's trying to see. And they're going to come back up to our feet. That's something, yeah, this concept might bring. It's like, all right, I'm sitting on a 9-6 lead. I need one more point. I want to try to create a scramble. So we're now over the 8-minute mark. Friedl's still trying to figure out what he's going to do here. Friedl has every opportunity in the world to go behind here. What is he trying to do? And they're going to caution and 2 him out. So the caution for inactivity is going to do it. As Brown had plenty of Friedl had plenty of opportunity to score twice of the front headlock, but the indecisiveness cost him to be hit for the caution.